best podcast in Long Beach, California. This is Tacos and Workouts. What it is. Podcast. Yo, what it is with the best podcast in Long Beach, California. Hey, guys, I'm glad to be back again doing the podcasting. I have two very important guests right here. I have with me Big Citric.
Yeah, doggy. What up, man?
Tell him who you is.
Well, the name's Anthony Campos, a.k.a. Big Citric. You know, people are Citric. What is that? You know, it's citric acid, you know? But you never know, you know? It might take you on a good trip or a bad trip. So that's how they always remember, Citric, right? And, you know, I do a little bit of acting, you know. I started off doing music and then got into stand-up comedy, so, you know, and voiceovers, and here we are, doggy.
Damn, that's quite and we're going to get into that a little further in the out in the podcast. We want to introduce our other guest, Mitch Dimitri.
What's up, guys? It's Dimitri, a.k.a. Mitch, everybody. Stand-up comedian and now going into acting. But yeah, guys, you guys can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everything, bro. Even on Linktree at Dimitri, a.k.a. Mitch, man. Thanks for being here, bro. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, glad to have you, man. You know, I like to invite people that I vibe good with, you know, and like I meet people and then I'll be like, you know what, I want to have them on the podcast. Right. You know, Citric, from day number one, I met him a couple times and I'd always been telling him we've just never been able, but he's like a very like honest dude, very solid dude, and always like, you know, appreciate like give me good vibes and stuff like that. And he's helped me out a couple times too. And I was surprised because, you know, like he's like, oh yeah, you do this like that and you do this like this. When most people, they turn you away right away. So I was like,
yeah, I'm gonna say this now, bro. Like, we did not fucking color coordinate, okay? Like, we didn't, dog. Like, black shoes, black pants. Like, this just makes us look thin, dog. Like, I'm like looking at the outfits. I was like, oh, we hit each other up for sure.
And we blend in with the couch.
I know, dog. Like, look, black watch. What happened to your watch, dog? You know, you're making us look bad.
I thought about bringing it, but I'm like, nah. I always they're gonna see that guy only has one watch.
I mean, well, you wore the hat instead of us, you know.
All right, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. We're gonna talk a little bit about dating. All right.
Dating, oh, shit.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about the dating do's and don'ts. So why don't we start with Dimitri? What's a dating don't for you?
Okay, girls, don't be telling me that you want me to take care of your ass on the first date, okay? Like, I've just barely met you, girl. Like seriously, dude, I went on a date and the girl immediately at dinner, well, I'm looking for a man to take care of me and do this and this. I was like, bitch, I'm looking for the same thing. You know? like I thought you had money. Like, fuck. Like, you know, we're at Olive Garden, bitch. You know? Like, dude, like, that's one of the things, bro. Like, keep it a date, man. Like, a do is let it be a date. Like, enjoy that shit. Like, don't be trying to fucking like make it an interview and shit. Like, enjoy the date and have fun, bro. Like, that's my biggest thing, man. Like, if a girl wants to go get tacos, like, fuck it, dude, let's go. You know, like, you know, cause I'm a comic, bro. You know, like I see a stagecoach and shit. That's a date to me, dog. You know, cause we're just waiting to get back on stage. Like, and a girl, the dude though, man, she has to make me laugh, bro. Like, that is one of the biggest things. Like, dark humor is like one of my biggest things. Like, she has to make me laugh. I know they say don't date comics, and that's a don't. But for me, bro, like, she would have to be, like, either a stand-up comedian or, like, in the entertainment industry and comedy in some way, just because we have to connect on some type of level like that, though, bro. But, yeah, like, and then titties help, too. You know? You know, like we'll be matching, bitch.
That's a given.
Like, just please be bigger than mine. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be standing next to you and then we're looking awkward. Like who's sucking on who's, bitch?
What about you, Big Sister? What's a dating don't?
Man, dating don't, man. Don't date a hyena has a bigger stomach than her Hooters, you know?
Fuck.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not a good look, man. No disrespect, you know. But
it just matches and rolls.
Hey, some you know, some people like tortas. I guess that.
Man, no, that's real taco. To each their own, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their preference, you know, and I get it, man. So do your thing, man. But yeah, one of my don'ts is for sure. Yeah, like what Dimitri said, same thing, man. Is like, hey, we're gonna vibe, man. It don't matter where we at, man. We could be at an expensive restaurant or we could just be at a coffee shop, man. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I prefer to, you know, do the coffee shop thing, man. But you know, so when they start, asking, they want to go to these expensive restaurants. When they start asking right from the jump of certain shit like that, it's already a red flag, man.
Oh, hell
You already
yeah.
know what they want.
Yeah,
They just want to use you for their
exactly,
very expensive meal, right?
Exactly, yeah. But a girl that really wants to kick it with you, man, she don't care. You take her out for ice cream and chill, and just chop it up, So that's one of my don'ts. Say, like, if you start asking me, oh, take me here, or can we go there? Like, nah, forget it, man. You're gonna go where I want to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then we're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see what you're about.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
And what's the dating do for you?
A dating dude, man. Ask her for a blowjob on the first day, man.
Fuck, like,
if she don't slap you and walk away, then you know you're gonna get it for sure, man. You might as well just get it out in the open from the jump, though.
That's how you gauge them. If they give you a sloppy BJ that's no good,
they slap you on the face, you know it's a no-go,
That's where he comes with confident dick, you know what I mean? He's like, hey, girl, like, it's gonna happen or not. Like, what's up?
Hey, we getting that BJ or what, man?
They're like, I took you to Jack in the Box. Like, you gotta, like, give me something, You got the curly fries,
I'm just hoping for a kiss at the end, fucker.
But at the end of the day, I'm just a gentleman, But I just speak the truth too much sometimes. I keep it 100. They want me to keep it 100, but then they get mad when I do keep it 100.
I think that's true. That's everybody.
That's true.
Dimitri, what's the worst date that you've ever been on?
The worst day, bro? Where I had to...
I mean, I'm sure there's many, but the one that comes to mind, yeah.
So I called my brother this one time, bro, like, for some reason, like, this girl was, like, being, like, too aggressive, like, on me, and we almost crashed. And so I told her, I was like, hey, like, back up. And she's like, what, you don't want me? I was like, no. Dude, she slapped me, bro, like, for saying no to pussy. Like, I was like, do you want me to take you home? And I don't know, bro. Like, I felt like she was trying to give me, like, herpes or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like she was trying to give me an STD or something. Like, somebody fucked up her life, and she's like, I'm gonna fuck up his too. Like, that's how I felt, dog. Like, I even called my brother. I was like, hey, come save me, dog. Like, get me out of this date. And what sucks is she was my dental assistant. Like, I made her laugh and smile a few times, bro. And then she's like, take me out. I was like, all right, fuck it. Fucking worst date of my life. I had to find a new dentist,
What about you, Citric? Worst date ever?
Worst date ever, man. I can't say that I had a.
He didn't get no head.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's probably about the worst that can happen. You know what I'm saying? You go out to a good dinner, you don't get no action or whatever. But man, I don't know if it was worst date, but I almost got into a fight one time, man, because we were eating, and I don't know what the hell she was trying to do, man, but she was trying to cut a radish with a knife and a fork.
The fuck?
Yeah, so that she couldn't cut it. I don't know what that thing bounced off, and it bounced off our plate and hit somebody in the head, like on the forehead. They thought I threw it. So they were trying to come at me, and I didn't want to throw it on her, So it was like, that's probably about the worst thing. But I can't really say I had like a worst date, man. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, I don't even do that much dating, but when I do like extra. Like, I'm extra picky, man. Like, when and now I'm talking about looks and. I'm just like making sure the vibe is right off from the jump before I even ask her on a date, man, because I'm trying to avoid any bad disasters.
Yeah, fuck, I get it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, because the BJ is always the best part at the end of the day.
He lives on those BJs, women. Hit him up right now. Big Citric, BJs. Make it a good trip, not a bad trip, Like, a blowjob might get you a house. I don't know,
Yeah. I want to take it that far, man. Might get you a good lobster dinner, man.
Oh man, that's
I'll get you an Uber Lyft. Get you a ride.
Well, since you guys shared like a story, let me share a story. Right. One of those bad dates. I recently had like a really bad date. Like, I went out on this date, right? I took this girl, and she was acting fine at first, and then after a couple of drinks, she started getting like really hood, really ghetto, right? To the point where I'm like, stop sending her drinks, because this chick is gonna. The whole ride back, right? She was like, wah, 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 like just being loud or whatever, right? We're coming down the 5 freeway, right? Trying to get back into Long Beach. And then she goes, pull over, I need to like take a piss. And I'm like, dude, there's nothing it's like midnight, there's no Jack in the Box, nothing's open. And she goes, oh, just pull up behind this bush and I'll take a piss there. and she fucking did. And then after that, I'm like, nah, this chick's not gonna get laid. I'm not gonna lay her down, bro.
That's when you know they hood, man.
Yeah,
I mean, but that's a real woman for you too, dog. Because my tias and my mom would do that shit, eh? Like, and back in the day, like in the 90s and shit, they would like get out the car and be like, "Hey, mijo, cover up." You know, we don't want people to see. I'm like, bitch, nobody's trying to look at you. You know, like, yeah, nobody's looking.
Hazme casita. You know?
Yeah, I remember that.
Like, and they were pissing out back in the day. Women drank Bud Light and Budweiser. You know, you don't see that shit no more.
You know what I like about this aspect of that podcast is that there's so many podcasts where women, so like all the things that men do wrong, right? And we're always taking the abuse, right? So we're like, you know what? We're gonna talk about things that we encounter on that. But hey, listen.
Oh, we're gonna get canceled for sure. They're like, get them.
Why don't we go ahead and look at some pictures of some girls? This segment of the podcast is called Smash or Pass. So we're gonna be looking at these beautiful Hollywood actresses, and we're gonna say whether we would smash them or we would pass on. Our first person here it's Anna Kendrick, age 39, and her height is 5'2". What do you guys think about her?
Definitely fucking smash, bro. I mean, that's like wifey material, dog. Like no makeup, like she's beautiful complected, and then she makes me feel tall because I'm 5'6".
That's beautiful.
Yeah, bro. Like she's
She looks like she bleaches her butthole for sure.
Hey, at least you know it's clean when you eat it out. Like, ah!
The Cookie Monster.
Look, she has a very nice natural look right there. I like it. Very like not like fresh. Like, you know, she looks like she hasn't been passed around a lot, you know? So,
A lot.
A lot. And I seen her. She looks like she's a kind of like a freak, you know?
Damn.
Like she likes to get down with it. But you know what? I get these vibes that like after like you smash her, that she's gonna be la regañona. Like she's gonna find like reasons to be upset about nonsense. But for me, that's a definite smash for me right there. I would.
Well, you know, they say the finer they are, the crazier they are. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing you got to be careful with, man.
If she would ever sleep with me, she would definitely be disappointed. She'd be like, I thought it got bigger. Like, shit.
Yeah, and I think she's age 39. So what do you guys do? Are you guys familiar with this actress right here? Rachel Ziegler?
I've heard of her. Yes.
Yeah.
She's she was supposed to be Snow White.
Yeah,
or she is Snow
that's
White.
her, right?
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, the one that all the memes are going around about her.
Yeah, age 24. She's 5'2", so she's kind of short. Why don't we go with Mitch? Is that a smash or a pass?
That's a smash, bro. Definitely 24 younger. She's gonna make me feel alive again, dog. You know what I mean? Like she's gonna make me want to get another tattoo and get a cover up. You know, like because we know it's not gonna last, dog. Like no, definitely. Like any girl that's gonna tell me yes is a smash.
Yeah, I'm 56 years old now, so I'm gonna have to stay out of that one. I have a son that's 31 years old now. Maybe he might smash. You know?
Yeah,
but that picture before that, she looked like the one meme where it says "Slow White."
Slow White. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys seen that one.
Yeah, I hear. I like from the looks of it, she's kind of mean. Like she kind of like feels like she knows like oh, I know everything and like F man and or whatever. She comes like very strong opinionated.
That's most women.
Well, I don't want to say most. I say a lot, not most. But you know what?
She considers herself a feminist.
Okay.
Oh shit! She's said that out loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I would definitely smash, but I do not want anything after that. Like, don't talk to me or whatever. It's like fuck that, man. I don't have time for that for the attitude.
Yeah, you don't want to deal with that shit, man.
And she's not a bad looking girl.
No, she's beautiful, man.
No, she's beautiful. She has a jawline, bro. I don't know what that's like.
I'm into like the skinny girls, like natural, like
really.
Girls, yeah, I like them skinny.
I gotta have some thickness, bro.
Well, come on,
not like thick, bro. like you know, like that's just gonna be like a piece. Like no, dude. Like I need something where I could grab onto a little bit, dog.
What's the point? What's the point of having two fucking fat people fucking?
Not
bro?
fat.
Like,
I'm saying like
someone's
like
gotta have to do the work.
bro. Like
I used to be
like you remember Vita Guerrera? Like she was like my dad did a movie with her. She's bomb, bro. Like bomb, beautiful, sexy, like thick. But she's not like fat, bro. She's thick. Like you want those girls with those thighs.
You want like curvy thick, but all the right places.
Where she like fucking suffocates you when she crosses her legs, bro. Like
You know, I remember Vita, and that was when women were still like good looking. Like now, like so it's overkill with all that fake asses and shit, you know?
Oh, dude, way overkill.
The problem is that now like every woman on IG or everything, they all look the same now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's becoming like to a point where it's like men are becoming sensitized to this shit because now it's like you're looking at the same thing over and over. The same shape. I don't know if they're going to the same doctor.
They are.
That's the issue.
What's going on?
They're going to TJ, dog.
At least their own, you know. I mean, I don't knock it, but the problem is that it's starting to look too saturated now, you know? Too much of the same thing. You know?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's too much to the point where it's like you have like, you know, you have to even question them like, what's up? What's going on here? Like, what am I getting into, right? Yeah. But talking about fake asses, we got Kim Kardashian. She's 5'2", age 44. What about you, Mitch?
Fuck yeah, she's older woman, bro. She's gonna teach me some things. Fuck yeah, dude. Like I can't compete with what went in before, dog. But that's Kim K. At the end of the day, dog. Like I don't give a fuck how fake she looks. You know, like she would rock my world for 15 seconds. You know?
What about you, Citric? She's 44.
Man, knowing the shit that I know, dog. Hey, man, I feel bad for Kanye, bro. On the set,
damn.
Man, I don't know if that fool knew what he was getting into, though. But you know, I mean, obviously got into that. But you know, but other than that, man, I don't think knowing all this shit, dog. I don't think I could hit it, dog.
That's a pass for me too. I would not. I would not. You know, it's. I'm just gonna say that's cursed pussy, bro. It's like nothing good has ever come from people that got involved with the Kardashians.
Yeah,
they got rich.
Yeah, but at what cost?
At what cost?
Like yeah, what is it? Kanye lost his mind, right? Odom overdosed, right? Yeah. And Bruce Jenner became, a chick. It's like at what cost? Like, nah, I'm good on that.
On fire, pussy.
Your pito will probably fall off, man.
And I feel too that a lot of the stuff that they do is for the camera,
Yeah.
But there is a lot of other shit, man, that is just ridiculous, man.
That's crazy.
Can't even get into all that.
Are you guys familiar with Jenny 6ix9ine?
Huh? Yeah.
So Jenny, man, you know what? I trip out on her because like when she first came out a couple years ago, everyone was talking shit about her and like how shitty her song was. Hey, her song was super catchy. I loved it. I was like, it's a bad song, but it's super catchy. And I think right now everybody embraces her, right? And for me, I would say a definite yes.
Really?
Yeah, I would. I would definitely smash her. I think she's very beautiful. She's very attractive. Obviously she's had a lot of work done, and I think she's right at the threshold where like she's still like looking like phenomenal. But if she does any more work than that, it's just gonna go bad for her.
And that's the thing too. Though. A lot of these women, they go overboard. They get to a point where now you're there. You look good, but it's not enough for them sometimes, man. So they keep getting more and more work. And and like you said, once they cross that threshold, there's no coming back from that.
Yeah, you can't fix that face anymore.
Fix that.
I mean, to me, it's a pass, bro. She's too young to be too fake with everything already. Like. I would like to see what she was before that shit because I haven't. I really don't know who she is. I heard one of her songs before, but my daughter, is a fan. Nah, she changed too much shit being too young, and yeah, it's all fake for me. So I'll pass.
I don't think.
Her fans are gonna hate me for
her
this
age
one.
is like my son's age too. It's not that it makes a big difference, but still,
how old was she again? What is he?
I think she's like 31 or 32.
Oh, 31. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think she
she
needs to get back to. She's beautiful. The way she looks right now, man. Like you said, if she goes, more, it's gonna be too much. But I think she needs to go back and just focus on music.
For sure. She's definitely got a lot better, like in her songs, and I actually like her music now. Like.
Because a lot of the what she's been, like she gets caught up in controversy with a bunch of other stuff going on there.
Yeah,
and then so that kind of overshadows the music. Sometimes that's what I feel.
Yeah, something. So I kind of heard something come about. But I don't care too much to like even realize. So I'm like, whatever. I don't care. It's like I'll get the news when it comes to me.
Exactly.
Yeah, but there she is, man. Look, wow, amazing woman. Yeah, Jenny, don't change anything.
Don't add more.
No, that's it. Just keep it at that.
Are you bald?
Am I bald?
Yeah.
Yeah, by choice. Yeah.
By choice. No, I'm just saying, you guys' head together would look like your kids. Like, I don't know why I pictured that. I just saw her today. I was like, you guys' head together be like, that same shit, bro. That's how fake she is, dog.
Are you bald?
Well, no, I
kind of manscaped today, dog.
We're going to talk about my favorite porn star. My favorite porn star is, or one of them, is this lady right here. Bonnie Blue, man, Bonnie Blue, she's amazing. I actually confused her with another porn star, Lily Phillips. Are you guys familiar with Lily Phillips?
Nah.
So Lily Phillips, I think, first became famous why she was the girl that was getting smashed in a Tesla while the dude was driving.
Oh, damn.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah, and
That's the kind of why I want to get a Tesla, too.
You're like, jump in the bag, bitch.
Put it on cruise control, man.
you weren't thinking of buying one, but now you want one.
Well, yeah, for that reason.
It says on the bottom, it goes good with BJ's.
You know what I'm saying? Because then you don't got to worry about getting roadhead and shit, and crashing, man.
No, you don't.
That happened to me one time, man. So, it's like, I learned my lesson, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, yeah. Don't ever get head on the freeway in the fast lane, especially, man, because,
Yeah, got dangerous.
We hit the center divider, dog.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
Hey, neither one of you saw it coming.
That's for real. Yeah, dog.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
Fucking you crash. She's like, done. Oh, fuck, we're done.
You know how they say to wear clean underwear in case you're in
Never know,
emergency?
dog. Yeah.
I'm like, hey, let me put it this way. If I'm in emergency, there won't be any clean underwear. What the fuck are you talking about? But no, I found Lily Phillips, and then I confused her with Bonnie Blue. And they're both British, right? And they have like a competition going on who gets to be the biggest whore. Because Lily Phillips,
right.
yeah, Lily Phillips did she was like, I boned 1,000 dudes. And then this chick, Bonnie Blue, goes, I'm going to bone 1,057 dudes. on the
Dude,
same
I
day.
mean, and they're celebrating being whores, bro. Like,
It's become a thing, man.
Yeah.
It's like now, they're talking, they talk about, like, regular chicks get into it now, man. They talk about gangbang parties and all that shit, man.
I wish I could be a hoe. I wish I had
Wow, man.
like I see myself like a prostitute because I'm on the streets trying to sell tickets. But fuck, dude,
If your girl is right down the street, buddy, we could put you there.
they don't want me, dog. I tried.
The fig.
But I trip out on this lady because it says that she's 26 years old, but she's got like a vibe that she's like in her 40s. I'm like, dude, two things. It's like, how do you say you're 26 and you look like you're 40?
Yeah, she don't look 26.
Yeah, and it's like, and what would cause you to like want to like get smashed by so many dudes?
Well, and then, I mean, you think about it, even though, okay, say she is 40, whatever, but she's saying she's 26, she would look a little bit younger, you think, with all that nut that she gets on her face,
I know it's supposed to cause smooth skin.
all that protein, what I'm saying? So she's supposed to look younger, but she don't look 26, dog. She looks older.
That's the cocaine.
And you know what? And cocaine.
Hookers and cocaine, dog,
And to me, she's like beyond. Like this is like my beautiful lady. Like I like him skinny. I like him thin. She's like perfect for me. Like
Have her.
I love her. She's
beautiful,
super beautiful.
but she don't. Yeah, she looks way older than 26, dog.
Yeah, but
Yeah, she looks way older than 26.
And
But
she's
she's beautiful though,
She has beautiful eyes.
and she has like the best fucking personality too. Like like and you hear her talk, she's really nice.
I've met some porn stars. And I met like Riley Reid and Lexi Luna. Like, they're nice, bro. Like, they're fucking nice.
Yeah,
as fuck.
most of them are cool.
Yeah, bro.
Just fucking chill,
Like-
man.
I was supposed to be at one today, and then we scheduled this. I'm like, fuck. It started at 2:00. I was supposed to be in Sunset at a mansion, but I came here, dog.
what mansion?
It's my boy Ashwin Jacob. He got me like on the list and things like that because he works with like a lot of porn stars. So he gets me to these events, and I was supposed to be at one today.
That's tight.
I was like, "This is how you know I love you, dog."
Fuck, man, you know what? I'm scared to go to one of those parties, bro. I'm scared because it's like if
You never know what's gonna go down.
well, it's like if you're offered and you're gonna like want to take it, and
No.
and to me it's like I love watching them, but I don't think I'll ever sleep with a porn star.
Like,
Yeah.
honestly, bro, it's just hanging with them, chilling, and having the conversation. They're cool as fuck, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've had the best time. Like, I remember Lexi told me, she's like, "Do you watch my videos?" I was like, "Oh yeah, but I never get past the credits." She told me the downest thing. She's like, "Whether you watch 10 seconds or you watch the whole video, I still get paid." That was like the downest thing. I was like, "Oh, girl, I love you, girl." But the
Man,
coolest
started
ever,
downloading all
bro.
the videos.
Yeah, dude, like, cause you don't know their personalities, but then when I got to actually meet them and how chill and cool they really are, fucking love porn stars, bro. They're awesome.
Well-
like, I don't watch a lot of porn, but I love them, bro.
No, because
it's just work,
they're acting.
Yeah,
It's really not them. They're portraying. I think Riley Reid was interviewed on a podcast, and she says, "Oh, I was doing the whole Riley Reid like character," and then I was thinking, dude, you do a character too? And then I'm like, of course, because she's not really gonna walk into a room like full of like with all these dudes and say, yeah, bang me in real life, right? That's not gonna happen.
Like, get in line.
The only reason why she's doing it is because she's getting paid.
Yeah.
So.
What I had a homeboy that always thought that was gonna happen eventually to him. You know, he was always fantasizing this. Just hey, fuck the shit out of you.
So
it happened that way.
So Dimitri, would you fuck a porn star?
I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. I've never been put in that position, bro. Like I'm trying to get a woman to fuck me now. You know, like when they say, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck this porn star," no, you're not. Like, we can dream of it, but honestly, bro, I don't know. I don't know. I can't say.
If you keep on going to those parties, you'll get, eventually gonna happen, bro. It's eventually gonna happen.
I'm like, where are you taking me?
They're gonna slide you a dream with a dildo in it and shit.
Hey, well, you know what? I think Bonnie Blue is looking to smash dudes, and all you gotta do is be willing to be on camera. So
looking for a fan fuck.
yeah. That opportunity's there, man, and she likes them young. So.
There it is.
Send me. Look, what's her name again?
Bonnie Blue.
Bonnie Blue. Send me a DM at Dimitri, aka Mitch, on Instagram. Okay, we'll make it happen.
We want to meet Bonnie Blue. Bonnie Blue, I love you. I want to meet you.
I didn't even know who you were till just right now, but we'll make it work. Us fucking will be a joke. I promise you that.
But you know what? I was watching one of her videos and I feel kind of bad because like she slept with 1,000 and I was thinking how does her her cooch look like, right? And I was and then after watching like one of the videos, right? She has like you guys familiar with Arby's sandwiches?
Yeah.
It looks like fucking an Arby's sandwich. Shit.
That's why I always say OnlyFans and Arby's are in competition, bro.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. You guys remember the fucking Britney Spears photo that came out? It's like fucking.
They're like pastrami lips just hanging out, like roast beef.
Yeah, that's what she has. Like I guess after sleeping with like 1,057 dudes, like her like stuff is like coming out. It's all stretched out and it's coming out. So I mean, she's still a beautiful lady and stuff like that. But I'm not like thinking she needs to get like pushed in or reconstructed because you could definitely tell that it's been like run through and worn down, man. I feel bad for her,
Damn, you watch a lot of porn to fucking visualize it like that. Like, no, I zoomed in, I got it. It's not hanging the same. From the video number 1 to video 1,000. That shit's different.
There's a pussy doctor out there.
I'm a pussyologist.
Pussyologist there. You should get into that shit, sewing up their pussies back. And shit.
Oh, I know, right? I'm doing like humanity.
They're gonna start.
Yeah,
they're gonna get bejewels and shit. Yeah. Like, oh, let me light up your night, bitch.
I always get like the impression that if I were to be with a porn star, 2 things. I always get like the thing that it's like it has to smell like really bad, and the other thing is that 100% you're gonna catch an STD. That's kind of like
well, that's true. I mean.
Well, they say that these bras they be getting tested like every little while. So who knows? They say it's even safer to but
they get
I probably
tested,
I wouldn't even jump into that either.
Nah, they have like test kits, bro, where they test you right there if you want to. Like, and then I mean, Kevin Gates says it best, bro. Like he says inside one of his things that they have to put on gloves because they're touching too many because they're just exchanging girls and having fun.
I don't even know who.
It's like what?
Oh, who's that?
No, he's a rapper, bro, badass rapper. Yeah, and he just he talks about a lot of the stuff within the industry, and like he just talks about the sex life, and he just says that we need to put on gloves because we're touching too many, and he's rapping about like how they're exchanging girls and all that. So it's crazy.
So it's like a COVID test, don't you know? They just swabbed. You can't swab that shit right there real quick, no? You'll get the results in 10 minutes.
I thought about doing porn when I was younger, and then I was like, I didn't know there was like a dick length requirement. I was like, oh fuck! I was like, I can't even be a stripper. This sucks.
It's like going to the Magic Mountain, and you know what I'm saying?
The height requirement.
The height requirement. There's a cock requirement for that. As soon as you walk in the door, they have a ruler right there. Remember?
No girl wants to write this right.
No, but now that we're talking about, since you brought up music, Big Citric, you said you started off doing music and then it evolved into comedy. How did that come about?
Since back in like 89, I was doing rap music. I got into rapping, and by 92 we dropped our first single. And it was called "Dope House in the Ghetto," and it was an independent record label, but we got a lot of promo. We got to tour with a lot of big acts. At the time that Kid Frost and Nalo Mayonnaise, all the big acts that were out there at the time, you know, Lighter Shade of Brown, and so we were you know touring with them for a minute, you know, and then the group just kind of, you know, after a couple of years, man, you know, things weren't going right. The label was fucking us hard, you know, and it just shit wasn't working out, man. So you know, everybody just went their own way, man, and I just kind of stuck with the music for a while, you know, just kept doing my thing. And then later on, I got into doing, like, you know, the music wasn't doing anything, so I just kind of stepped out of it for a while. I got into security. I was doing bodyguard work for a minute, you know, so I worked for like Master P, No Limit Records.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I was doing like bodyguard for Snoop at the time, and you know, and like a lot of these guys. I remember one time we were in Detroit. We were on the No Limit Army tour. It was like 97, 98. And we got off the elevator, right? And I'm like the only Mexican rolling with these cats, man. And we got off the elevator, and all kinds of people, hey, there's Kid Frost. You know, it's like, because I was wearing a hat. I go, nah, I'm security. You're Kid Frost. I go, nah, I'm security, man. You know, they kept telling me that shit. But yeah, and then after that, I just, a couple years went by, and I got into acting, man. But I wasn't even like trying at the time, you know. I was just trying to focus on dropping a new album. I got into doing Spanish shit. Because originally the group started off, it's called Browntown, then it went to Browntown Looters. And then later on I got into, we changed it to just all Spanish, Pueblo Café, because we got this record deal with this Mexican Spanish record label.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got that. So we started doing that. And as we were doing that, they hit up my boy Sal Rojas from brownpride.com. It was a website that showcased, you know, Latinos from all over the world on there. And he hit me up and he goes, hey man, some people are trying to get a hold of you, man, for a Mike Judge movie. You know, they want to know if you're interested in coming in for going in for a reading. You know, they want to cast, you know, for a casting audition. And I had never done, you know, like I had done a couple of background things before, you know, like maybe like two things as a background actor. I was in a movie called Padrino with Damien Chapa and Tiny Lester Jr. and Emilio Rivera. That's the first time I met Emilio Rivera.
What was the name of the movie?
El Padrino.
El Padrino.
Yeah, you can watch it for free on YouTube. Man. So I'm in the prison scene. You'll see me. But I was a lot bigger. You know, that time I was like maybe like 400 pounds. Okay. And so then I did that. And then before that, I was the background in the Little Ghetto Boy video with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. You know, so those were like my only two acting gigs that I had. You know, as far as, you know, at that time. And so then when I got called, I had never did no casting, so I was like, I wasn't even gonna go. I was just like, I was gonna shine it off. But my boy goes, just go, bro. You just never know. It might be another outlet for you, you know? Just go. And so I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go. So I called him up, and you know, and I told him, yeah, I get your information from my boy with the woo, whatever. So they set it up. Yeah, we're interested in coming in for a reading for a Mike Judge film. And so I went over there and I did the reading, and the ladies, they loved me. There were two casting agents, you know, and a couple of days later, they hit me up. They go, hey, Mike Judge saw your video. And you know, I don't know if you're familiar with Mike Judge. He's the guy that does King of the Hill and Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
And all that stuff, you know. And so, you know, Office Space, you know, he's got like a bunch of little movies here and there, too, that he directed and wrote. And Silicon Valley on HBO, he did that, too.
Okay.
So, so then they called me in for a reading with him. So I sat down. And then and he hit me up like a couple months later, and I did the reading, we talked, and he loved it. Like 2 months later, they called me, I got the part, you know. And so it turns out, I don't know if you're familiar with this movie that's out right now. It's called Idiocracy, and it came out like in 2004, but it's starting to like make you know rounds now, you know.
Okay.
It became a cult classic, you know. So it's like, but at that time it was a lot bigger, you know. And they put a wig on me, you know. So they gave me the role of the Secretary of Defense. So we did that, and then that was my first acting role. After that, I was like, man, I liked it. You know, I was like, man, I was like, this is dope. So then I kind of after that, I got myself a manager and an agent, you know, and just kind of started, you know, going out to auditions, and then I landed another role. You know, at the same time that same year, Mike Judge gave me a part in King of the Hill, the cartoon. One day he goes, hey bro, he goes, I like your voice, man. He goes, would you be interested in doing a voice for one of the characters I got for King of the Hill? And it was just like one episode. And I said, yeah, fuck yeah. So they set it up, you know, we did that. And then he also knew I did music. So then he goes, yeah, really, I like your music too, man. He goes, I want to hear more. So I gave him a CD. I told the record company at that time, I was about to drop a new record, you know, all Spanish, you know, called Busca Oro, Pueblo Café. And we were getting ready to go on tour, but because I had to go shoot the movie in Austin, Texas for a month, they postponed that, you know, the tour. And then so I had a bunch of promo CDs that the label gave me, and I gave him a couple CDs. He passed them out to some of his producers, and they came back the following day. They go, hey, there's like 3 songs that we really like that we want to put in the movie, man. And wow.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so I was like, oh,
damn.
I go, do what you got to do, man. I go, they called up the record label, they set it up, and so those songs, are in the movie, and it's a trip because it's like I don't even do music anymore, but I got like I get like a gang of fan mail and people like always trying to book me to do shows. That music, but I don't even do music.
That's money paid, bro. Other
money
in the bank, dog.
I was doing shows with, a couple of them passed away, and other fools, they just got out of the game. They're, doing during the, they started doing the family life, and they just got out of it, So I was like, I wasn't really trying to do music no more, but that kind of like, what I'm saying, like that still, like I still, it opened up another revenue of like money for me through that, So that, cause after that, I was able to. Get it.
Yeah, bro. Hey, yeah, you lost some weight, dog.
Hey, are we brothers? That's me with hair.
Fucking, where's your neck, dog? You're hiding half your chain, homie.
They were calling me Head and Shoulders at the time,
We look alike. That's me.
Wait, that's you?
No.
Fuck.
I'm saying
I could have been fooled, dog.
He's as big, I'm as big as he used to be.
I mean, honestly, it looks just like you with the wig, dog. I'm not gonna lie. Now that you pointed out,
we're gonna get to that wig, dog.
I'll be your stunt double.
As a matter of fact, I got that wig done here in Long Beach, bro.
You find all kinds of cochino shit here in Long Beach.
Yeah,
get it all here, man.
That was crazy.
Yeah, dog.
I thought I saw you. Did you ever work with George like in a movie or something?
Yeah, we did. In 2016 and 17, I did. I got casted as his co-star for 2 seasons of a show called Lopez.
Oh,
it was on TV Land at the time. It was called Lopez on TV Land, and so basically it was loosely based on his life. Behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? So I played his security guard and bodyguard and best friend from the neighborhood. And so we filmed it all like in San Fernando and North Hollywood and Burbank, that whole area. So it was loosely based on his life. A lot of the stuff was like real things that had happened to him, And you can find it now, like you can find both seasons on Amazon.
Oh,
it's on Amazon. Yeah, it's called Lopez. And a lot of people were like, man, what happened? Because we were supposed to get a 3rd season, and it was supposed to, we were supposed to get at least 5 seasons out of it. But, there's always politics somewhere, Always politics.
I don't get it, man.
Yeah.
I really don't. You know what? I'm going to say it. Like, I love George Lopez, right? I support George Lopez, and there's always a lot of hate behind him. I don't understand why. It's like once one of us makes it out there, we need to support him as much as possible, And he was a big part of all of us, like growing up, like when he dropped his first, what was it called? Why You Crying?
Yeah, Why You Crying? Yeah.
I mean, like I own it, right? It's a copy, right? Sorry, George.
You got it outside the liquor store, dog.
But I love him. I support him. Yeah. I love Paul. I support Paul. Yeah. I support like all the comics, Fluffy. Everybody, why not? Fuck it. Like I don't get it. We're in the making people laugh business, right?
Yeah.
So
it's at the end of the day, man. You know what I'm saying? Is the world can't have enough comedians. You know what I'm saying? Like there's not enough really out there. That are that are out there. I mean, there's a lot of comedians, but there's not. You know what I'm saying? There's like we can't. How can I put it? You can never have enough. You know what I'm saying? Because laughter, we all know that laughter makes the world go round. Money too, but. Obviously, laughter, that's the best medicine. That's as cliche as it sounds, and a lot of people say that, it's like when I'll tell you straight up, when I go on stage, or whatever, I'm always just trying to make people have a good time, just get away from their everyday life, their everyday shit they're going through, at least for a little while, man. That's it. That's the goal, man.
No, I agree, man, because I'm going to say this right now. Like, where's the camera? Like, I'm going to say this right now. If you guys catch me at the store, anywhere, and I'm talking to you guys, I will make you guys laugh. Like, that's one of the biggest things. I'll be inside the supermarket, like right here at the Long Beach, at the jerky store. I had a small riot there, bro. I was promoting a show that I was out here, and I went in, and the lady's like, oh, you're a comedian? I was like, yeah, I'm having a show tonight after work if you guys want to get tickets. I was like, and she's like, well, can you tell me a joke? And I was like, "Are you sure, girl? Like the joke's gonna be on you, cabrona." Like, and she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, and she was a big girl. I was like, "Well, I would tell you to go for like a run, girl, but it looks like you could barely walk. Like it looks like you're sitting down tired." And then her homegirl's laughing, and she has glasses. I was like, "Bitch, don't be laughing." I was like, "You could barely see these jokes coming with those fucking big ass eyes of yours, bro." I had it going off inside the jerky store. Security came in because they saw people coming in. I'm roasting everybody, dog, having a good time. Like, I don't care where I'm at. I don't need a stage. Like, I want to make your day. I've had people cry when I've met them at supermarkets. Like, thank you so much for making me laugh. You made my day. Like, that's what it's about, bro. Like, I'm one of those comics. If you see me on the street, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make you smile. Like, I roasted a blind guy on the street just recently, a guy in a wheelchair. There's no holds bar, bro, and they love it. They take pictures of me, and I don't post a lot of the fan stuff because that's sentimental to me. That's between me and my fans, and I don't know if they want their photos on social media. But I meet people every day, bro, that like, and I'm happy to meet them, bro. I could be ordering a pizza in line at a thing, and I'm like, "Hey, bro, you like comedy? I'm a comic. Nice to meet you." And then I just start roasting him and his girl. It's like, "Hey, fool, like, how'd you get your girl, dog? You know, like, she could have did a lot better. Like, you're bringing her for pizza. She deserves a steak, you know?" And like, it just makes that connection, dog. Like, anybody that's out there, make them laugh, bro, because you're gonna make a friend that way. You're gonna get a fan. You're gonna get a follow.
People need to laugh.
Yeah, bro. But I do it any time of the day, bro. I could wake up and be walking my dogs and see another person walking their dog. I was like, "Hey, my dog's better, bitch." Like my dog could fuck up your dog, eh? And they're looking at me like, "Stupid ass, shut the fuck up."
A dog fight out
there. and then 2 weeks later, I was saying a joke. I got knocked the fuck out. They didn't understand my humor.
Dude, honestly, I think I get scared for that day. I'm like, "Hey, fucker," I may look like a troll.
I see it happening. I see it happening.
He goes, "I can see the future."
I'm gonna send you a photo. Like, "You were right, fucker."
My crystal ball, I see it. It's gonna happen. I don't know when, but I see it in your future.
But at the end of the day, that's what it's about, though, man. To make people laugh, make them feel good. When they come up to you at the end of the day after a show, you know what I'm saying? They tell you, "Hey, man, you're funny. I had a good laugh." Especially the people that come up and be like, "I needed that."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what makes my day. Is like,
what makes my day for sure.
Like when. Like you've been in the industry so long, you've met so many people. When you're just having a conversation and you get them to that point where you're just making them laugh from talking, and they're like, "Bro, thank you so much. Like, that was so great." Like, you make that connection, bro.
I needed that. When they say I needed that, and you feel it, like you feel it
in your heart, bro.
Yeah. So that's really what it's about, man. It's like at the end of the day, it's like I'm not out there trying to chase the bag. Of course, we all want to make money, though, because we're trying to live off of our craft. But at the end of the day, man, that's really what it's about, too.
Man.
Yeah, I like to say that 100%. I get paid in laughter. That's how I get paid. Yeah. But now that we're talking about like interesting like interaction with fans, right? I recently performed here at the Long Beach Laugh Factory, and it was like a sold out crowd, right?
Fuck yeah.
And it was fucking phenomenal. I was outside just hanging out, and then somebody came up to me, and he told me I didn't have enough money to come to the show. So I went to go donate blood or plasma to get enough money to get a bus ride or trolley ride or whatever, the metro, just to come to your show.
Oh, bro, I hope you bought him a drink, dog. Like,
no, it was after the show.
Oh, it was after the show.
And if you don't believe me, he showed me, and I was like, damn! I was like, that was the craziest thing. Hey, big shout out to you, homie. I love you, dog, for coming back and supporting me out there doing my thing.
Hey, like, what if like that fool like did that story for you, but like really he just went to go have blood work done? It's like a regular medical procedure. No.
Nah,
the dude was legit.
No, I know that. That's amazing, bro. Like,
but you can feel it. You know what I'm saying? You can feel it when they're being legit. When they're being, you could tell.
Now, my biggest thing for me, bro, was I had a show at the Comedy Store, bro, and somebody drove from Cal City to the Comedy Store to come see me, bro. And then when they did that, I was like, I do shows in Lancaster. They're like, yeah, but you're here, and I like that. Like made everything for me, bro. Like. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I get emotional crying about it. Like when somebody wants to take a picture, or like I've signed 3 autographs, bro, so far, like in comedy, and like, dude, I have pictures with them where I like they're holding it because that was amazing to me. They just asked for it, like, and I don't know, man. Like I also like I teach comedy to a lot of people, and I had a young guy, my neighbor's son, on my show, bro, 8 years old, and he saw one of the shows I sold out in my backyard, and he's like, "Can I do that?" And I was like, do what? He's like, I want to do comedy. And I was like, and I talked to the parents. He came to the house every day with his mom and dad, bro, to write out jokes, and he did 2 minutes and murdered it, bro. You know, but also because he was a kid, dog. You know, they're like, oh, no. But shout out to Gavin, bro. Like, yeah, man. And he asked me recently, like, if I have another show coming up that he would love to open for me, bro. And because he knows how I am about jokes, he's like, it's gonna be new jokes too, Dimitri. I was like, "There better be fucker."
Yeah,
you know, like,
at the end of the day, that's part of your mission too, dog.
Yeah, bro.
To teach the next generation. You know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I now have my grandson too. He's 7 years old, and he wants to get into comedy. And he was trying to become a comedian even before he even, because we're starting getting them right now. Like recently, like we're starting getting like 50-50 now. You know.
Yeah.
We had to go to court and a bunch of stuff, but for the longest, they didn't know what I did. My grandkids, one is 9 and the almost 7. So, but he's like a super character. So he always tells me he wants to be
a comedian.
Yeah. So the other day I took him to one of my shows we did at the Levity Live. He didn't get to go in, but he saw the crowd and how people were coming up, and I introduced him to other comedians. I introduced him to Richard Villa, and Richard Villa. I told Richard Villa, I don't know if you're familiar with Richard. And I told Richard goes, Richard told me the same thing. He goes, hey, teach the next generation, man. Teach them, man. And he taught. It was a trick because Richard sat him down and he talked to him. He goes, "So you want to be a comedian?" My grandson's, yeah. And this is like I tell you, he made that choice on his own. Like I didn't even spring it on him because he didn't. Like I'm really starting to expose him to what I do. But they didn't know for the longest, and he already wanted to be a comic. So Richard was telling me the same thing. He goes, yeah, you got to teach the next generation, man. Teach them right, and get them started young, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when they get older. If that's what they want to pursue 100%, then boom, they're already in that lane,
Oh yeah, and they're ready to start knocking it out of the park.
That's what's up, bro. Because my daughter's a writer. Like she's writing her first book. She's written a few short stories. Like I write poetry. That's like one of my biggest things is poetry and short stories. But my daughter, like she's the one that actually. I always looked up to my dad, like growing up, and wanting to be with my dad.
Why don't we tell him like who your dad is?
I keep saying my dad.
Your dad's kind of famous, right?
So so everybody knows him. Hector from Friday, Hector from The Wash, and if you ever Lean Like a Cholo, my dad directed it and also produced the song.
What was the character he played? Little Joker on Next Friday?
No. So the first one, and then I think in the second one he was like the stuntman or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the second one was a different actor, but
so he came out on the first Friday.
Yeah, the first Friday. He's the one that driving up in the lowrider.
The lowrider.
Hey, yo, Smokey, sell me a dub.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. So but that's who my dad is, man. And like I mainly grew up with my mom, so I don't have too many stories about me and my dad till we got older. But like just having that to look up to, like man, I want to do that one day, and I never did nothing with it, bro. I was like, you know what? I'm a dad. I got it. Became a dad at 20. So when that happened, I was like, I'm just going to work and do what it's supposed to. My daughter started writing, bro. And she showed me the book that she's writing. And I sat down with her. I was like, Mama, like, is it okay that daddy goes into acting and comedy? And, and she just like gave me the green light, bro. And I just ran with it, man. And it's been one of the best things in my life, bro. Like, and the fact that my daughter is the one that motivated me just from her words. Like she's a way better writer than me. Like everybody thinks that because I'm this wild guy that you guys see. Like I'm a dad, bro. Like I'm not like this at home, bro. But like this is like when I'm on stage, bro. Like I want everybody to express my writing because I write very wild and I express it. You guys are seeing it right now. Like I'm just having fun, bro.
Hey, what do you think about like comics that go on stage and they start singing and doing like not nursery rhymes, poetry and all that? Do you guys like that? Because to me, I personally don't.
So, I mean, for me, comedy is so diverse, but I also bring my poetry into my comedy. Okay. So, like, the way I work it in is, like, I'll ask a girl, like, is your man romantic? Oh, yeah. I was like, when's the last time he told you something romantic besides, trying to get you in bed? And they're like, oh, never. So, like, I recite poetry and I end it with, like, a punchline. And, like, it's amazing. So, it is very diverse, bro, because I could be like, you're the girl I picked, so go ahead and grab this stick. You could go ahead and put it into drive, but don't forget your seatbelt because you're about to go for a wild ride. Now, I'm the type of man to always follow through. Now, hurry up and jump in this back seat, girl, before my balls turn blue. So, like, for the crowd work, that shit works, So, it's very diverse, bro. Like, that's why, like, I was having a conversation with a comic the other day, and he was, like, bashing certain people, and I was like, that's your own opinion because I find certain things about this comic funny. But, it's what's funny. Like, a lot of people don't like my humor at times because they're like, oh, you're just talking trash. I'm like, I was like, no, what I'm saying is very clever. You're just not liking how I'm saying it.
No, it's definitely
going over their head.
When it's done right, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because there's this because I do the open mics here in Long Beach, and there's this gentleman, or well, I don't remember his name, but he's known, to do a lot of like poetry, but it's perverted like poetry, and it's funny because the like how you did it, right? So therefore it works, right? So it works. Or when sometimes they do like when they sing, but they do it right, then it works.
Yes.
But if you're being serious about like singing, trying to be a singer while you're doing your set, that doesn't make sense. Or this isn't an American Idol, pendejo.
You're trying to promote.
It's like you're trying to hit the wall with something, right? And then the poetry is not even funny at all. So it's like, why is it part of your set? But to me, it's like I don't really like it. But like I'm not gonna like be like, hey, fool, like stop doing it. Because obviously, if that's your interpretation, then fuck it, dude, do it. Who am I to say that it's not for everybody?
Yeah, and I'll speak on that because I actually had a musical comic on one of my shows, and it was actually for the Marine Corps League. So it was like, and what she does is like certain songs. So it actually worked. And I mean, Jen Liv, she's amazing. Shout out to Jen Liv, by the way. But it works, bro. At an open mic, it's so diverse because we're judging each other and we focus on our own thing. For an audience, it's way different because I mean, it just an audience. They're there for the laughter. They're there for the entertainment.
They already know what they're there for.
So it's really hard to say, bro. But I've seen some musical acts, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? like, go rewrite it. Like, come back later. You wonder why you're at an open mic and not on a show. Fuck, dude. They're gonna get mad at me for that one.
I always say, I mean, if it works, if you can make it work, then fuck it, do it. If you can make it work and it works, boom. But yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You never know till you try it,
Yeah.
Try different shit, what works, man. But it's always hard because every audience is different too,
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere you go, man, it's always you never know what to expect.
Well, have you ever checked out the Ego Death show with Lauren Michaels?
No.
Hers is like a comedy show, and then it goes into like live karaoke, but you don't get to see the words, nothing, and you have to tell like a funny story leading you into the song. Oh, that's actually pretty good, bro. I'm trying to get on it where I'm gonna do like all hits of the 90s, just like 20-second versions. Fucking end with Usher and shit. Yeah, bro. Cause that's what I'm saying, bro. It's so diverse, bro. Cause dude. I mean, with comedy, I as a producer myself, and I don't judge anybody how they deliver their art. I'm looking at how's the audience gonna see it. How's the audience gonna relate to this? Because I'm building a show that I want them. And the musical comedy one that I did was like actually one of the biggest hits that I had on a show because she was doing a tribute to the Marines and like just made it interaction funny where like it was crazy. And seeing that in
like a military event or
yeah. So I promote differently, bro. Like I go into all these venues and I'm like, hey man, I can sell this bitch out, and they take the trust in me and I do my best and I sell them out.
That's dope, man.
But do you follow through on selling them out? Because, yeah, you do.
Yeah. The only show that I didn't sell out where I was expecting 50 and I only sold 19, but I only had 2 weeks to promote it rather than a month. Yeah. And then the venue, they didn't promote as they should have. And it was their first time ever doing a show with me. But we got 19 people there, and then and they're already asking for the next show.
Yeah.
I'm glad that he brought that up because I've encountered like some people that say I produce shows and stuff like that. They promise like the moon and the stars to like these establishments, right?
Yeah.
And then they don't follow through.
Yeah.
And then when I come in and they'll be like, hey, Johnny Knoxville over here or whatever, he said he was gonna bring like 100 people and he let me down. So therefore, from past experience, you can't do shows here because there's a lot of promoter, and I think that just ruins.
This is your game of
everybody.
I mean, and I'll agree, man. If you're gonna get into promoting, I'll say this: if you're gonna get into it, you gotta dedicate yourself to it because it's a different type of thing. Like everybody doesn't get when I do it and I book you on a show. None of my comics are required to bring anybody. That it's my production. I'm busting my ass. So I go into over 500 businesses, from doctor's office, dental offices, car dealerships. I go into swap meets. I go to where people have jobs. I'm like, hey man, I'm a comic, and I do little shows for them before they even buy a ticket to my show. And I do that within a mile radius. And then I'm also in charge of my own emailing list. So everybody that buys a ticket, I have control to send them more. So that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna get into producing, like, really get into it and dedicate yourself to it, because I'm more focused on a fan base than I am the stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a lot of people are more focused on the stage time. The stage isn't going nowhere. Yeah. Like if nobody's coming to see you, then who are you performing for? Your peers? Yeah. Like focus on the fan base, and then the stage is gonna come with it.
Exactly.
You know, but
you perform a lot at the Comedy Store, right?
I'll be performing there coming up. Yeah.
No, but you perform there like
often. Often they've been booking me lately, so I've been very blessed with that. Yeah.
And where do you usually work, Citric?
All over.
He's like, I'm everywhere, eh?
Yeah, man. You know,
the cash is green, right?
Yeah, man. You know, I do a lot of stuff with my boy Phil Medina. You know,
yes, I know.
And you're getting. He said the money's green, dog. At least he's making money doing this shit, dog. You know how?
But I mean, it's been a wild ride though, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not always. You know,
I get it.
Always, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you have your good ones. Then you have your ones where, you know, you don't make nothing and you're lucky if you break even, you know?
Yeah. So, I've had those shows, bro.
Because, there's, you know, and I've learned a lot from, like I said, my bro Phil Medina. He's the one that got me into stand-up comedy. And I learned a lot, but he does the same thing like you, that when he used to promote and produce a lot of shows, he wouldn't put nothing on the artist.
Yeah, I don't put nothing on the artist.
Pay you whatever you agreed to, whatever like that. And he would do all the promotion himself, and he would pack them out. To this day, he still packs them out. He doesn't produce as often now because he's on the road a lot. You know, he tours a lot. But when he does produce, he still, you know, packs it out. You know, like we just did his birthday bash out show the other day, and it was like super packed out. A lot of people got turned away, man. You know, and every time that he does a show, but he doesn't put nothing on none of the comics. He just expects you to show up and fucking do your thing, man, and make motherfuckers laugh. That's it.
I mean, that's amazing, bro, because you're making it more fun for the comics. Like, I feed the comics. I have drinks. I have everything. And the comics say, like, this is the only show that they actually got to just enjoy being with everybody instead of stressing, fuck, how many people are coming? And, like, dude, like, I don't take nothing for granted, bro. Like, you having me on this show, I got here 2.5 hours early, dog. But it's an opportunity for me because I'm not a Long Beach comic. I'm not from Long Beach. Yeah. You know, I live in the Antelope Valley. So I was like, hey, let me go out and meet the locals. And I have 1,000 business cards that I brought with me. And you guys had a car show up the street, bro. Like, everything. I was making jokes right up the street, dog. And I got ads on Instagram, you know? And it's just like, that's an opportunity because there was 15 car clubs there. Like, and now they might hit me up for a future show. Hey, we're having a backyard barbecue. Dude, I do baby showers, bro. I roasted this fucking baby mom that was pregnant.
I thought he was like, I roasted the baby. Ah, you stupid. You're just born. You don't know shit, do you?
Nah, bro. Like
he's fucking doing funerals too, doggy.
No, I would, bro.
You're fucking dead because you didn't jump out that window when you had the chance.
I would, bro. And I push it to the limits because I have a rule. If you book me for those shows, don't tell everybody I'm the comedian. I'm just a friend that's invited, so I could get inside info. Bro, I went on stage and I looked at the pregnant woman. I was like, hey, bitch. I was like, the tias want to know, like, because they said you were a hoe. Like, is the baby really his? Bro, the family was dying. Like, I was like, and don't get mad. I was like, I heard he cheated on you too. Oh, dude, they were fuck you. I didn't cheat on him. This is his baby. I was like, we'll see when the baby comes out, bitch, because I think it might look like me. And dude, I was going nuts. I did like 30 minutes on a baby shower, and they booked me. I got my haircut on Friday, and then the guy's like, "Hey, my sister's having a baby shower. Can you come out?" They paid me, fed me, got me drunk, and dude, I lit up the baby shower for 30 minutes, bro. Like it was nuts, dude. But one of the best times of my life, and I've done birthday parties from that. Like, I roasted a grandma.
Never know who it was.
Yeah, bro, because nobody gives me stage time.
You roasted a grandma.
Yeah,
they hired me. Give me a gum job, lady.
A gum job.
Like, take a gummer to go.
Nah, dude. I told that old lady. I was like, you guys see an old woman? I was like, I see fucking pussy that I could get wet again. like I told her, I was like, oh, she's gonna need the pants off the fucking lady. And dude, it was one of the best things, bro. Like, and that's what I do it for, man. Like, and those are things that I just meet people at markets, bro. Like, and it's just because I'm always having cards on me. You guys saw my bag. I have cards and I have tickets, bro, that I made pre-sale tickets where I have in smoke shops. I have at the San Fernando Marine Corps League. I have them at the Augury Beauty Salon, where if you don't want to buy tickets online, you could buy an actual ticket to come to my show. And if you can't miss that one, that ticket is good for any show until you're able to make it. And only the shows I promote, though, like the Comedy Store. But yeah, bro, and everyone has a QR code where they can scan it and it shows them all my future shows, my Instagram. Like, yeah, dude, like I'm putting my ass out there, bro. You know,
that's a good way of networking,
and
man.
Do you get a lot of hate for like the stuff that you do? That being so like out there, like hustling and trying to get it out there.
Yeah, bro. I've actually had a comic's boyfriend come to my show and try to fight me, and then pulled a knife out saying, "Come outside," because I promoted a show on the same night in the same city. And I'm like, bro, like I'm at a different location. Like it has nothing, but I get a lot of hate, bro. And it sucks because I'm like one of the nicest guys. I give opportunities. I pay the comics. Like I don't have no hate, but because I sell tickets and the way I post about it, they say I'm making people look bad. I was like, bro, I'm not doing shit, but just doing what my grandpa did at Home Depot. Hey, I'm a contractor. I can fix your wall. You know, I'm just doing it as a comedian, bro.
It's networking, man.
Yeah, but for anybody that does hate me, there's no reason, bro. Like, love everybody, bro. I'm here for anybody, everybody, and put you on stage. Like, there's no reason for all this, bro. We should be supporting each other.
I always tell people, it's a big pie, man. There's a piece of the pie for everybody, man.
Yeah,
I love that thought.
You just got to go out there, and get it. That's it. You got to go out there and do your thing, man.
I do. I've helped produce shows where I'm not even on the show, bro. Like I tell them, I was like, if you guys need help promoting, print out the flyers, I'll go out because it's also getting my name out there. Exactly. I'm in the area. Let me network for you, and I've gotten people to other people's shows, and I don't need nothing back, bro, because it got my name out there.
Man, that you have to like. Awesome stories, man. But it's getting about that time. We got to go.
All right, definitely, bro. Definitely. This shit was fun, bro.
Citric's got somewhere he's got to be, and my Sancha is waiting for me.
Oh, yeah, at least you got a Sancha. I can't even get one, dog. When you're done with her, send her my way. Like I like tacos, dog. You know what I mean?
All right, but before we go, anything you want to say to the people out there for you, Big Citric?
Man, just, want to thank everybody that's been supporting along the years, over the year, the journey, and it ain't over yet. We got some cool stuff coming out, man. August 4th, make sure to watch King of the Hill on the reboot. They're bringing it back, the revival.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I got a recurring role on there. My character name is Emilio, so be looking out for that. That's coming out August 4th on Hulu. And follow me on all my social media at Big Citric, BIGCITRIC, and hope to see you guys at one of the shows.
Wow, August 4th, you're recurring. Wow, that's awesome, man. Bro. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, anything you want to leave out there that you haven't done so already?
Fuck, what haven't I left there? But it's Dimitri, aka Mitch, the hottest, wildest comic out there. Add me on Instagram, Linktree. I have shows coming up like crazy. I do a lot of private shows, so send me a message. We'll make it happen. I'll come to your backyard. I even have my own equipment, guys. But support live comedy, support live music, support live art, man. Everything is an art form. If you're not learning, you're not living, bro. That's all I have to say. Like keep learning and keep living, bro, because life's not over. It's not over, bro.
For sure. That's awesome. All right, we want to thank everybody for coming back and watching the best podcast in Long Beach, California. And we got to go for now, but we'll see you guys next time. Thanks a lot, guys.
Peace.
Yeah, doggy.